All right, so anytime you have an equation that has fractions in it, people want to turn them into decimals, but that's really not good. It won't help you, especially if you don't have a calculator. So the trick is to do what's called clearing the fraction. So what you want to do is multiply everything in the equation by the least common denominator. Or even by, it doesn't even have to be the least common, it can be just a common denominator. So you'll notice that there's 4's in the denominator, that's the least common denominator. If there was a 4 and a 6, then it would be 12. 12 would be the least common denominator, okay, if that was 4 and 6, but this is 4 and 4. So I'm going to multiply this by every term on both sides of the equation, right? Which is a fair thing to do, right? When I do that, the 4's cancel out, so you get negative 1a. This turns into 16. This turns into 7a because the 4's cancel, right? And this turns into 12, and see how much easier that problem is now. Now just move the a over, move the 12 over, and you're almost done. Whoops. 8a, negative 4. So a equals negative 1/2. And then check it by plugging it back in. Let me teach you one more trick. If you have a graphing calculator with you, use the store button. Store that number, negative 1/2. Type in negative 1/2, store, STO, and then X. Yep. And then hit enter, and then it's going to memorize. Anytime you type in the letter X and you're into that screen, it's going to replace it with negative 1/2. So type this entire thing out and hit enter. Negative 1/4 a x, if you're using X. Negative 1/4 x minus 4. Hit enter, and then do the same thing with this side, and those should be the same answer. And that's how you can check.